Cut this shit a little bit too hard, but it'll be alright. Cut right through the whole thing. Alright, let me peel one so y'all can see what this looks like. This is brick. This type of vinyl is called brick. So if you ever seen Essential t-shirts, Essentials, anything like that, this is what they use for vinyl. It's basically a very thick ass rubber, and it gives your clothes a bit of an elegance feel. I've been using it for a couple years, but I would say Essentials made this method famous because nobody else does it as like their staple. People do rubber tags, people do, you know, people incorporate rubber, but like to just get famous off your logo being rubber font, I think that's an Essentials thing. Essentials did that first. Fear God, maybe Jerry. Maybe Jerry. But long story short, it's super, super thick. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like thick rubber. I mean, you know what Essentials look like, so it's like that. It feels very, very high quality. It's I haven't ordered it in a while. Like I said, I've been using brick for like 2-3 years. This is 2-3 year old brick. I didn't order more brick recently. I just stopped using it because it got a little popular. Like when stuff gets popular, I kind of fall back from it for a little bit just to let my people know that I'm not on that like trend shit. I'm on that like all around fashion. But yeah, bro. Long story short, brick is like super dope. I ain't gonna lie, I might be able to keep the letters. I might be able to make some shake with the letters because they're thick. The material's so thick, it kind of lay flat. If you don't see this thing, I had the needle depth too. I had the needle depth going crazy, so it kind of cut through the sheet, which is making the overall design a little weak. It's all good. I want to be able to show you what this looks like though. So It just looks so premium. Alright, so y'all can see that right there. Does it show? Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's once you get it weeded, you can print that motherfucker. And that shit gonna print just like the essentials type time. I'm gonna show y'all that when I do it. What's the word? That boy's living smooth or what? Come on. Merry Christmas, bro. Appreciate everybody that's been fucking with me. I know it ain't too many people, but the ones that y'all here, I fuck with y'all. We working on some garments. Peep this design I just peeled. Look how big this design is. Saying? That shit. Feel me? And it's funny, because I already printed one of those logos down the whole side of a pant. It looks so hard, but I put them upstairs. So cutting some yellow right now. That's beastie. What up, y'all? I'm just cutting out some logos. Tight shit. Yellow flock. We doing yellow flock. So flock is basically like felt, like suede. So we're doing yellow suede. Pretty cool. I actually peeled a logo, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like in a second. Texture, super fire. So, you can't really tell, but long story short, it's like felt. Yeah. Yes, sir. We're back. All right. Pre-press the leg. We're gonna pre-press the leg, get it all flat, but we're not hot enough yet. So in the meantime, we're gonna peel the logo. So I'm doing yellow on the gray. We're doing yellow on the gray. Gotta go. Time to peel. So boom. There you go. So you got the logo peeled now. Hopefully by the time you look back at the we're getting there. Now that you at 300. Now that we at 300, we can do one of these. So we're gonna go here. Let's go a little bit more on the leg. Let's go a little bit more on the leg. Focus more leg. Like that. Basically, if you have a top edge of your logo, just line it up with the leg. That's how you know it's straight every time. The pants ain't crooked, so if you go with the seam, everything's perfect. And then your first press, you really want to make sure it's good. So you want to make sure you got good pressure. You will need that bitch to lock in. Boom. Always do this, especially on the thin lines, right? See, that's not on there. So clearly there's one of two issues. There's pretty much one issue, more pressure. Telling you, if you don't got the right pressure, it will stick. And if I was you, just let it cool off for a second. Let it cool off for a sec. Let it lock in. It's gonna be super warm, so you know it's still cooling off. Just want it to lock in. And you can either peel it right then and there, or what I think I'm gonna do is flip it inside out. Do you think it's gonna peel anyway? So what we're gonna do is peel it. All right, so you see that end is lifting? You don't want that. So that means right by the seam, I'm not going hard enough with the pressure. So again, we're gonna up the pressure and press it again. I'm gonna put that seam, check it. I'm gonna put the seam right on the edge of the press, so it's not actually being pressed, the seam. Pull it forward. Make sure the letters is being pressed, but the seam is right over the edge. Boom. Cover up. Right? And then crank the pressure. Now, let's press the fuck out that shit, right? And my advice, if you're on your third attempt trying to get the logo to stick, let that shit sit for a second. Take it and put it somewhere where it's not gonna move. Let that shit sit there. The only time you can't let your design sit there and lock in like this, if it's hot peel. You gotta peel hot peel right away. You can't let hot peel sit and then try and peel it. It might fuck up, pull the design off. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's hot peel, you gotta peel it pretty quickly. Once you get it peeled, job is pretty much a rinse and repeat type thing. Let's see. So what you want to do is you want to take the leg, flip the whole thing inside out. Okay. Go to the part where you know the design is. You can feel it. Like shit. And then you're gonna want to press that part again out. Right there. So my design's right there. I want to do like a type thing like that. This ain't gonna. I don't want to press that part. Design starts there. Yeah. Just want to press that out like that. Make sure you're getting the whole design too. Alright. So when you flip it back, should have a pretty good result as far as like everything being real well pressed on. You know, you got good lines. Oh wow, I just figured something out. So that's how it kind of ripples backwards opposite the lines. Oh, but that's definitely what you're supposed to. So look, if y'all look closely at the texture of the vinyl, you can see that it's actually like, it's almost down in the grooves of the corduroy. That's what you want. That's how you know it's really on there good. Little pocket area logo. You know. Just to give the pocket a little vibes. I see. Damn. Alright. So, there you go. Pat it down a little bit. And then we're gonna let that cool off for a sec. Like we do. We're gonna let that cool for a sec. Then we peel it, flip it, hit it again. Basically, this is how this works. You go to design. I'm actually gonna exit out of this and not save. So basically I'm going for some big prints. So what I'm about to do is delete these, delete this, delete this, and then we might keep these around. This is different sizes. Delete this, and then we're doing this. I want big ass prints. So if you see right here, make sure you're inside the lines. So, and then I'm gonna want to dupe that. So I want 2 of these from this board. And then that's pretty good. Go to your settings. Change this to heat transfer smooth. Oh, I passed it. Heat transfer smooth. I put my needle. I put my force to 6. I believe this was cutting it. We're gonna hope so. And you hit send. It's backwards because you're cutting it backwards. Probably one of the most annoying things when it comes to vinyl. Weeding. Especially when you got vinyl like this that it just keep curling up on you. Like, it should just keep curling up, bro. Find something to hold it down with. Exactly what's going on here. Like I said, you're just taking out all the parts that you don't want printed. That's the weeding process. Just taking out all the lines and shapes and sections you don't want to show. But boy, you better be in the mood, cause depending on what you're doing, this shit will get you in the mood to stop quick. or just enjoy it like I do. It's the least enjoyable part, but I still enjoy it. If that makes sense. Like, look at all this shit. It just breaks apart. Come off in messed up sections. All types of stuff. But I'm just thinking about the end product. And I'm never getting this vinyl again. I can't tell you what brand it is. But if I find out, I will definitely tell you. Because this is probably the worst vinyl I've ever used. I like the texture, it's soft, like it's matte. And I love that. But this shit is brittle. Like, it just keeps snapping. It's easier when you go over the big shapes like this. Once you get into all like the fine lettering and stuff like right there, it just ripped. And there's like, saying there was no cut right there for it to rip like that. Oh boy. The heat press will have your hands all types of fucked up. Yeah, this shit is fun if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're gonna just get beat up. But if you love it, you see past all that. Seeing past all that is what bring the money. But this just to show y'all like what goes into making some of these garments. Like, trust me. If you get a price from me, it's a fair price. Shit might be underpriced for the amount of work I put in or what I spent for it. I don't play about my quality. If y'all got any questions on working with vinyl, let me know, bro. I'll answer anything. I've been using vinyl for 4 or 5 years now, so off and on. Most of them years was just me making ideas, but now I'm making pieces now. Some of this vinyl too, that's probably part of the issue, is super old. Like when I first got into it, I was buying every color, thinking I was gonna do mad designs. But like, think about your brand. Like, yellow is not like a staple color for my brand, so I shouldn't have ordered this. Think about like your colors, your brand colors. Like if it's purple or something like that, then order the colors that go with your brand. Like, what I'll say is like the Celtics is not gonna go and order anything red. They're not a red team, they're a green team. So it's like, think about your brand and the colors that your brand mean and bring and should be seen in. Your brand not supposed to be seen in every color, remember that. You don't see you know, blue Supreme, you see red Supreme. Like, so slowly but surely it gets there. It's just a little bit of a process. The thing I like about vinyl is controllable. Like if you fucked up, you fucked up. Boom. You guys can see that, but we this would be, but once you get it all peeled out, it should look something like that. You know what I'm saying? Pressing this Jumbo logo in orange onto these camel pants. So we already locked it in place with the first press right here, but it's a long logo, so we can't get it all in one press. So we just gonna keep shifting down until we get the whole logo on there. Everything's flat. High pressure. Press. See that? Nice and locked in place. That. Fire. And you go back up this way. Most important thing here is probably the high pressure. You want it to really lock into the pant. Everything is nice and flat. Like I said, high pressure. Press the fuck out that shit. Alright. See all that bubbling? You better clip all that right now with the heat press. All that bubbling shit he's trying to do. See ya. Sir. You got the whole logo on that. Like, I'm pretty sure it's hot peel. That means you peel it while it's hot, in case you didn't know. But damn. Gotta find the corner now first. Peel you some shit. Saying. Alright, so that part right there didn't press. I don't normally do this, but so what you can do if that first press didn't work is flip your garment. Because you already got it locked in place, it's not going to come off of the sticker and everything. But this is a way that you can basically reverse apply the heat to the back side. So you can get the heat from the front and the back. But make sure everything's locked on. So, kind of just let it sit like that. Take your sheet. Press that back side down. High heat, high pressure. See? So, go down the rest of the leg, of course. Always want to do the whole leg. after you do this, the backside press, there's no way that it should not be peeling off for you. But I believe it's hot peel, so you might even deal with an issue if you let it cool too long. So I will peel it immediately. So yeah, it's like, there's almost no way that it's not on there now. So you get that backside press. The backside press do it every time. So we're going hot peel from the bottom. So if you see them letters keep wanting to lift, them letters right there. So what you want to do in this scenario, since it should be stubborn, get that out of there so you don't gotta peel that. So everything outside the letters is pretty much solidified already, right? So what you want to do is go put these in the tightest part right here, and then really place that seam right on the edge of the board so that you don't catch that part, but you catch everything else. And then this is where you want to probably do more pressure than you've ever done. Like, that shit is fucked down. Press the hell out of that piece. Peel it instantly. If it's being stubborn like this, you gotta peel it instantly. Any type of pulling on it is gonna make it lift. Peel that bitch instantly. Get the goal is to get the cover paper off. Once you get this plastic layer off, then you can fucking move, flip it, press it again, do whatever you want. But you gotta get that paper off. Damn, and that shit do not want to lift. It's crazy. Damn, dog. That shit don't want to lift at all, bro. See, all of this right here is gooch. Like I said, this is something you kind of might deal with if you hold on to vinyl for too long or something of that nature. Got the paper off. That took a little bit of finesse. But now that the paper's off, you can go and press this shit a fucking 1,000 different ways. So what I would do to be honest, is the part that's being stubborn, put a piece of material under it. I call this lifting. Feel me? If your letters is weak, you gotta lift them. But let's also try and flip this again and press it. Let's just see what it'll look like flip. Press this. Cause I'm cranking this shit harder. Cranking it. I don't know, I'm tempted to go higher heat. Alright, we're going 320 on that ass. Crank the pressure more. Alright. Now there's literally no way. Start looking like. See, that's the press we needed. So, let me show you what you're looking for when you're doing this shit. When you start to see shit like this, like you can see the texture of the pant through the vinyl. And then when you see stuff like this, like the vinyl getting pinched into the seam, hold on. Like this, the vinyl getting pinched down into the seam like that. You're good. Alright.